For project 5-2, we're going to stay in lesson 5 workbook, and we're just going to click on the next worksheet called Wingtip Toy Sales. So we're going to learn some different ways to type functions in easily. So here we have a toy store, and this is their second quarter sales, meaning from April to June they have these different products, and this is how well they sold. So we're going to find some totals of each month, what the month totals were and what the product totals were for those 3 months for that quarter, and then find some averages. So the first thing we're going to do, click in B11 and just start typing equals for a function or for a formula, and the function is going to be sum. So type sum, S-U-M, with open parentheses, and then you can type either B4 through B10 with a colon in the middle, or just click and drag. That's what I like to do. Click B4 and drag down to B10 and then just hit enter. So that gives us a total of April's sales. In the next one, let's try a different way. We're going to go to the Formulas tab, and over here on the left side we're going to insert a function. Instead of just typing it, we're going to go through a dialog box, and you're going to click the sum function. If you can't see it, just type it right up in here and click go, and it will take you to it. And then click sum and OK, and then it says what's the cell range that you want it to do, and it guesses for us C4 through C10, and it guesses correct, so I'm just going to click OK, and then it gives the total. So it's not quite as easy because this is a basic function, but for more complicated functions sometimes it's a little easier to go into that dialog box. The next way, to get the next total, we're just going to copy it over. So we're going to use this fill handle, click and drag over, and it copies it. And it just assumes that I want to do the next column, and so it does that. Okay, next thing, we're going to go to E4, and we're going to click the auto sum button right here. So just click auto sum, not the drop down, just the big button there. And again, it guesses what we want to add up, and since we're on the right side, it says you probably want to add up that row, and we do. Guessed right, so hit enter. And we have a total for that row. The next one, let's do the insert function again, just to see how it goes with that one. Click on sum once again, click OK, and it's B5 through D5, and it guessed correctly. Click OK, and it does it. And then let's copy, just so we can learn how to do that one again. If we want it, if we want the same formula function for the rest of them, let's just copy it down with the fill handle. So click on the bottom right hand corner of the box and we'll fill it down to the rest, just to right there, B10 or E10. So we get a total for each row. So that's really the easiest way to do it. If I were to do it right off, I would come up here. I would, in fact, auto sum is pretty easy. I'd click that, it guesses, I hit enter, and then I would take the autofill handle and just copy it down. That's the best way. Okay, let's go to E11, and let's get a total here. So let's click the auto sum. Just like we did before, it guesses that we want to use the column or add up the column, and it's correct. So we hit enter, press enter, and it gives us the total. Okay, in F4, click in F4, and we're going to go to the insert function again. And this time we're going to use average. It should be right here. If not, search for it right up here. Click OK, and it guesses what we want to average out. Click OK, but this time it guessed wrong. And so let's go up into this formula bar, because if I double click on it, it gives me the average of the 3 months plus the total. And if we get an average of the total, or if we include the total in an average, it messes it up. So we don't want that. So let's go up to here, and if I just click and drag inside the parentheses, make sure I just get that selected. Or actually, you know what? There's a few different ways to do it, but let's do it this way. Instead of through E4, let's just backspace that and click D4 and hit enter. So now it only does the 3 months. Okay, after that, let's use the fill handle to copy that average all the way down, and it will let's see. Yeah, all the way down. And each one of them skips that totals column because that's what we had on the first one. So once we have all the averages, so this is an average for the 3 months. Average for the 3 months of that one product. Okay, there's a few different ways to enter a formula and use functions in the formulas. Save it as lesson 5. It's already saved, should already be saved, so just click the button here to save it.